Well, today I'm going to make pumpkin pie from scratch. So first we have our no-fail sour cream pie crust. So I started off, I already measured it out, got 2 cups of flour. Then I want 1 teaspoon of salt. Yep, and 2 teaspoons of sugar. And wants us to whisk all that together. So, now what's different about this one is we're using butter that's not room temperatured, but it's just soft enough that I can mix it. At least that's what they say. I haven't done this before, so you get to learn right along with me. So after I mix that, this looks harder than I think it should be. Just let sit for a couple of minutes. Well, it's been a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'm supposed to sprinkle it over the mixture, and then use my hands to smash it into the butter. Oh, this is working okay. I thought it'd be harder than this. So see, I used my glass bowls so you can see what I'm doing and say, what? Just like me, what is going on? Okay, so I still have hunks of butter, so we want to squeeze them all up, it says. Get them all mixed into the flour. And the other piece of prep I didn't do, I forgot to open that can. Okay, let me see what I can do here. That's one way to open it, right? Guess I need a bigger hole. There it is. No, it's not. Well, see, don't forget to do things. Yeah, that's slow pouring. Well, I didn't think it'd take that long to pour. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I made a mark on the cup so I can see it easily. And it's almost there. It's a half cup of this condensed milk. Yeah. Might end up needing more, but we'll see what happens here. So the recipe here says use a fork, but that's not fun, you know. Hands, that's more fun. Yeah, coming together good. So this makes a top and a bottom for a 9-inch crust. But because I'm using shallow pie pans, that means it makes me 2 crusts for the bottom of both pumpkin pies. Good, this is good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Let me put a little flour on the table here. First, wipe it up. So we'll cut it in half. Here we go. Not quite half, do a little bit more here. Okay, let me see what we see. Well, I can't see anything because the holder's in the way, but I know you can see this part. So these are our 2 pieces of dough. I'm going to put a little bit more flour on it, wrap them, and put them in the fridge for about 60 minutes, I think it said. It says 60 minutes in the fridge. And it'll be more like an hour and a half. And during that time, I'll prepare the pumpkin. So see you in a minute. All right, well, now we're doing the pumpkin part of it. Unfortunately, I've waited too long after Halloween and I couldn't find full pumpkins. So these I've already fixed. All I could find was these already cut pieces. And they don't work for they won't go exactly the way I'm supposed to do it. So we're going to try it and see what happens. So what the recipe says to do to make your own pumpkin is to take a pumpkin and cut it in half this way. And then lay the 2 halves down on the sheet and cook it that way. But since it's already been cut for me, then I'm going to have to make it work best I can. Now, if you like pumpkin seeds, then you want to keep this and not throw it away like I am, so you can roast them. I don't care for seeds. So, for me, they're just trash. First time I ever tried to make pumpkin pie, it was very embarrassing. But I can't tell you about it in this video because that's a story for Saturday. Such days we have. But anyway, so we scrape this out. We put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour and a half. And then we come out, separate the meat from the rind, and then we have our pumpkin base for the pumpkin pie mix. And of course there's a bunch of other spices that go in it. And we will get those spices going. When I come back, we'll go over what spices we need and how we're going to fix them up to make everything happen. So I'm going to put these in the oven and I will get back with you when they come out. See you soon. It says we were supposed to let it cool and then scoop it out and start preparing. We'll see. Well, sorry for the crooked screen, but I noticed the last 2 times I cut my head off. So the pumpkin's ready. The crust was, but I had to redo it. I wasn't supposed to put this in the crust. I was supposed to put sour cream in the crust. So it's back in the fridge again, setting up. So as you can see, I have my pumpkin cooked, and we just scrape it off of the rind and put it in here. Now I'm going to want 2 cups for 1 pie, and I'm making 2 pies total because that's how much dough I have for the crust. So I'll empty these in here and get it measured out and be back in a little bit. All right, so now we're ready to put it together. So I have 4 cups of pumpkin, and I still have some more, so I can make some more pie, but I only have 2 pie pans, so later. All right, so now I need 3 eggs, so I'll open the door in front of you. So I want 2 large eggs. And the other one's a large egg yolk, not the whole egg. So ooh. Love making mistakes while we cook, huh? Okay, so let's go ahead and mix those up. Oh, you know what? I'm doing a double batch. Almost messed up the pie. So this is the very first time I've ever made it completely from scratch. As I told you, I tried once before and I did very bad. Okay, now I need a cup of packed brown sugar, and my cup is busy, so we'll just use this. Didn't need the scissors anyway. Now we need 1/3 cup of white sugar. So 2/3 since we're making double. 1 teaspoon of salt. Now remember, the recipe I'm going to give you says half. But it says half because it's only doing 1. We're doubling it. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. See, I can't read this. I have to cheat. I had to go to the store tonight and buy 3 other ones because I couldn't find them in my kitchen. So, ginger, 1 teaspoon. So that means 2. 1, 2. A little much there. I think it'll be okay. Ground nutmeg is this one. Ooh. Love the way it smells. Nutmeg's a 1/4 teaspoon, so that means half. Too much. Okay. Now we want cloves. They're right here. Something about nutmeg. Anybody else that's from America? We see this. Right here is the nutmeg, not this. So if you're here in Ukraine buying it or Russia, this is what you want to see. Whoa, that tore bad. Okay, so how many cloves I want? 1/4 teaspoon again. So that means I want a half. And I don't know what this is. Cardamom. I don't think I've ever used this before. Maybe I still won't. Oh, there's my scissors right beside me. And, ooh, only an 1/8, so 1/4 teaspoon. Good. And lemon zest. Lemon zest is a 1/2 teaspoon, so that means we will get a full one. Okay. This is the spice mix. Now this is where we were supposed to put the condensed milk. Not in the pie in the pie batter. Yep, now we mix in the pumpkin. All right, now put the pie crust together and be right back. All right, so we're back. Have my dough, and let's see what we can do with it. Yeah, this is much better. It was so stiff before I couldn't do anything to it, so I had to add the sour cream. So now it will be a little sweeter because it has the, you guys use it for baby's milk, the condensed milk in it too. So my pies are probably going to be fairly sweet. But it's pumpkin pie. You always smother it in whipped cream anyway, so it's not going to hurt if it's a little bit sweeter than normal. Good, that's still thick enough. We can spread it out a little more. Whoa, wait, easy. I'm not ready to pick it up yet. Yeah, so I need a bigger rolling pin because I read somewhere how you can roll your dough up on it and then roll it back out. But I'm thinking I'm too big to make that work here. But I'll try it once. The nice thing I've learned about dough, I spent my whole life not making pies because I didn't know how to make dough. It's so easy. And if you mess it up, you just start over and it works again. So I made it, I put a little bit too much pressure on it up here, so I kind of messed the edges up around there. Yeah. I'm afraid I don't do the little pinches here. I haven't made enough pies to get good at that yet, so I just let it sit here like it wants to. All right, let's see what this one does. Oh, it's better than I thought it was. So this one is ready to go in the oven, but I'm just going to sit here at the side for now so that I put them both in at the same time. And let's go ahead and do the second pie. Well, we don't need to watch me do two crusts. Be right back. All right, so here's our 2 pies. Both of them ready to go. It looks a little thinner than I'm used to, but I've always used the canned pumpkin mixes before. Like I said, I've never made them from scratch. So this will be my first time, and we're going to throw them in the oven and see what happens. So see you guys on the other side. Well, as you can see, the first one's done. Second one's in the oven, ready to go. It is darker than I'm used to. The flavor is still really good. And so you're supposed to let them cool for 2 hours before you eat them. There's one in there for another hour. Maybe I'll try this after an hour, and maybe I'll just wait till tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the recipe, and like I said, it'll be up so you can try it. Bye-bye.